focus too high. Some of the parents of the whose kids were being taken away, they were teachers. They have money in their banks, but they're failing to access that money. They say we were supposed to go for you today, but I'm supposed to be at the bank with money to pay for my kids. So it's more or less students we view this as a crisis which is emanating from the leadership role within our country. Our chancellor and maybe the master of all masters, he refers to himself, one of his human status. He has not only failed, but there are no chances for him to make up for his incapacity. It's now chronic, it has now reached the lowest levels, and considering his age, his incapacity, his health, right now he's in Singapore for an hospital to get treated. And for us to actually think that a miracle can happen, even though a Pastor Chris was here 2 days ago, we don't think any miracle which can happen to our president to alleviate maybe our welfare students. The government, in all its formation, in all its composition, the problem is that they are not concerned with our welfare students. They are not concerned with the future of this country. They are not concerned with economic development. Why? Most people say they are clueless leadership, but no, it's not clueless leadership. They really know what they want. What they want is power accumulation, power retention, and personal self-resource aggrandizement. This semester, there's a 400,000 program sponsorship deal by UNICEF. It was sponsored through the government to educate student teachers who go and teach and school kids from disadvantaged backgrounds in rural areas. But that man was deposited in the treasury. That man was never deposited because no one visited. There's out hundreds of students. They were denied access to education, they were sent away from school, and that 400,000 is unaccounted for. And this is a pattern which shows that it's not like they have a clue, but they're concerned with self-enrichment. Last year it was Professor Jonathan with 270,000 SIMTEF funds. Students that are probably open school today, most of them have not received their SIMTEF allowances. They cannot pay fees. So this is a continuation of a pattern of leaders who are only concerned about enriching themselves, who are only concerned about self-aggrandizement, power accumulation, and power retention, not about our welfare and future. Then moving further to that, Research being Gafin Namaguchi, he promised us that if bonus fail, he would resign. But now banks are still there. Right now, students are failing to go to school because we cannot swipe a combi. We cannot pay combi with education. It's also impacting significantly on access to education, both from primary school students, secondary, high school, up to tertiary level. So ZINASU are demanding that he said if bonus fail will resign, we are demanding his resignation later. If he does not have the capacity, or if he's less enough to write that resignation, then we can write it on his behalf, then end it to him for signature. And you even force him out of office if need to be in defense of our future, in defense of access to education, in defense of education for all. So all this that we're saying the political leadership failure, which is impacting on our economy. Also, is that social impact, the social decay within Zimbabwe. Go to universities. I think some medical evidence, if you engage National Health Council, they'll tell you they put in a special ARF dispenser system in planes to cater for students, female students at the university. In Mashingo, it's Mashingo General Hospital. There once was a special department meant to do STIs for students, vulnerable students who are resorting to transitional sex, for them to survive, vulnerable students who need of accommodation, need of transport, need of food, are now being manipulated by those who are looking from government. And a clear example is that of Minister Ken Matema, who just waited an MSU student, it was last year. He met the student who was doing attachment in flower and manipulated to advantage of the situation. So this shows how social decay is being propagated by government officials. Our parents, they fought for those people to get into power. They supported them politically. Those people were there with power. They then went on to abuse the very children of those same parents who are supporting them. Going to male counterparts, universities, drug peddling, there are now many drug lords. People are selling broccoli or selling marijuana for them to survive, for them to be able to get food. So I would try and say that our future is now being made with the intelligence, the cream de la cream, those who are educated, the cream of the nation. They are now engaged in prostitution, drug peddling. So I'm just wondering how the kind of the future leadership that we have is students. So prior to this, I think as ZINASU we've had more of a neutral stance towards our non-partisan principle, but there comes a moment when maybe deciding not to take sides in such moments, especially like this, would be more of betrayal, more of a propagating or accelerating the same issues that are affecting our societies. So our first initiative, or our first thing that we're going to do is we're demanding for a non-political chancellor to our universities. Because the current president also happens to be the chancellor. We want to go, the current president is responsible for the economic growth, economic decay. We go and complain, no, we need to access to education, we need food. But the person who we're going to complain to is also the same president. When we say want access to education, we will interpret it as saying, you failed, you should go. You interpret our very noble demands for access to education, our demands for academic freedoms, as a challenge to his political power in the China, which is actually creating more of a retrogressive scenario, a necessary tension whereby access academics armed with our ideas, books and pens in seek of a better future. And you will come with guns, checkers, police, and handcuffs, try and claim down on us, which is an unnecessary situation, which is ZINASU. We are going to directly challenge. So, as a follow-up to this, we are more of calling all concerned Zimbabweans, all progressive Zimbabweans to also come together. There is no more time. 2018, I think elections are the only avenue for peaceful transfer of power. They're the only avenues where constitutionally people can change from one regime to another. Regime change is not a crime, it's authorizing the constitution. I think it's one thing that we are now more seeking to, in order for us to have a different chancellor who is concerned with our issues, our welfare, students, our future, who takes education as a tool to empower the nation, to empower the young people, who takes education not only as a means to increase the literacy rate, but education as a way and method to build a manpower that is innovative, that is creative, that is productive in terms of industrial revival, in terms of job creation, in terms of strengthening our economy. Then you are also calling on all those points, as I said earlier on, to come together. But as more national students, we feel we can coalition not as a platform for power sharing, like what we feel may be happening, but we are calling for a grand coalition that involves Zimbabweans, ordinary Zimbabweans, those from the churches, those from the society, everyone who's concerned, come aboard as a way to create national cohesion towards a desired future that we all want. The grand coalition that we are calling as students is not that meant to be a platform just for passion, but that to be an avenue or a vehicle to inspire and motivate Zimbabweans to work together for a common vision, a common purpose in Zimbabwe that can take care of their welfare, that can provide jobs, that can revive the economy, that can rejuvenate the industries, that can ensure that our grandmothers down there in the rural areas, their security of tenure is guaranteed. That's no minus. They don't have to have political allegiance to any group or any politician for them to be able to extract gold, to be able to mine diamonds, all for the good of the nation. So yeah, I think if you have anything to add.
Okay, to add more to what the Secretary General has just said, students are dropping en masse. It's a daily thing. Soldiers have been brutalizing students of late. if we are to consider the dilapidated infrastructure in institutions of higher learning, unemployment, and graduate vendors, students are failing to get attachment. Student grants, they are now of the past, and of late fees are to be paid in the form of both. When we are to consider all these things, it can lead one to a conclusion that the Zambian government has failed not only students, but they have failed the nation at large. Now, as ZINASU, we are calling on Justice Rita Makarao, voter registration centers in institutions of higher learning. Universities, they've got a large population which equals to a constituency. Why can't she bring the mobile voter registration centers in universities? I'll give an example of MSU, which has got 22,000 students. Why can't they bring the mobile voter registration center there? Secondly, considering the high unemployment rate, our parents were retrenched, and to those few who are still employed, they can't access their salaries. Yet if one loses an IT, he or she is requested to pay $10 as the disbursement fee. A lot of students, young people, they are disenfranchised. They won't be able to participate in elections next year because they do not have national identity cards. We are calling on Tobayo Wamudede and the government of Robert Mugabe to ensure that all people who lost their identity cards are replaced for no payment. Now, finally, the government of Robert Mugabe failed to implement the electoral reforms which have been called for by progressive opposition parties, and we go for an election under this chaotic system. As ZINASU, we are saying we will not accept results if they come up in favor of ZANU-PF, if they are not implemented in full. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see if there is any person. Yes.
Recently lost elections in campaign, presidential elections. What extent do I've seen in some quarters where there's population to what extent do you think issue of administration?
First things first, ZANU-PF so also say they are moved to try and interpret the mere SRC election into point that or to try to use that as something to show support for Robert Mugabe. It's not only misguided, but it shows despite by the government, by statistics of Robert Mugabe to show that they support. They know it doesn't support. Then going to the election, yeah, the election was safely rigged. The election, because we find it's fun, the numbers that they have for the president compared to those of other office holders. Now with over 3,000 votes, but they won with less than 2,000 over all offices that were. So for us, it's not even something that we are cannot agree with them, because in terms of numbers, we have the numbers. Then secondly, they used to see us vote by in terms of manipulating the first years or just coming from high school. Came with chocolate, they came with blue tickets, and they strategically put the polling station near the dining hall where students come and buy lunch. So they were giving students lunch, and it's now so the numbers that we vote without any resources that we vote by over 2,000 votes are for us. It's a serious vote of confidence. And for those runaways from Zambia, giving less than 2,000 votes, all those resources, 3,000 dollars used on the day of election, they gave less than 2,000 votes. For us, to never lose anything. It's the vice president, ZINASU, This is not the first time that ZANU PF won. I think it was in 2015. They had a president, but they vote for us like they did in Britain, stuff balance. But there was a shutdown on campus 2015 by the then vice president was So on this one, I think they've done themselves, they've shot themselves in the foot. Because you know the president who represents things against the students. All institutions where the president has last, there's relatively a stability on campus. What's the governance for that person to negotiate and say no to free hikes, no to abuse of students, no to this. But if there's a guy from the course who ramp a because there's no way demon can go in. So what we can assure you is that if they do anything silly, if they play with our fees, they increase our fees, they increase our piece of student campus, we will not let the devil run away the front of the book. We will take action. Any fund actions that can be made of misguided, indented. Who, if they are academics, they should go and do the statistics. And if you check this election, they didn't even allow, they didn't give space for, they didn't give statistics on total number of voters and total number of unknowns casted. Because they knew the discrepancy. When we tried to go later on, we said, no, ZINASU is too big than just an EA citizen. Control of colleges. Our mandate is not actually even going. Our mandate is to confront the regime with abuse about the ZINASU. You don't even necessarily say ZINASU, but we're trying to get the cause for vanishing soldiers and students. To engage the Zimbabwe Rights Commission and the investigation is underway right now. But we don't even necessarily say ZINASU. Our mandate is to ensure that the academic freedoms are established. Our mandate is to ensure that every child, despite socio-economic, religious, or political opinion, get access to education. So our mandate is a constitution. So,
okay, to add more, is evidence that the SRC election it used that was rigged. There was discrepancies on ballot paper. We had ballot paper which was scanned, proof that it is authentic. Then we had ballot paper which did not have the scan. We had ballot paper which did not have the serial number. So after we unearthed this scam, they then called the candidates, excluding some veterans.
Yeah.
And the candidates had to agree that the election, that vote counting should go on regardless of such discrepancies. But it is commonly known that they photocopied ballots. This is the COSO guys, and this is how. But why did the candidates accept that vote counting should go ahead, although we had unearthed this rigging scam? They were threatened by the dean to say, if you are saying this has been rigged and there is evidence of this ballot paper, then no election until next semester. So the students had to decide to go with this leadership, since we have got the vice president, than not to have a representation for such a long period, because they wanted to increase fees without representation. They would do anything against the students without representation. So it was a better devil to go for the election.
Yeah, exactly. And also, despite the fact that the investor was turned into a large supermarket, might get students who, if the course campaign rigorously, not even resources like and she didn't do anything, she didn't do anything. Despite investing in people who had range offers for strangers, who had chocolates, drinks, and even telling people from the lecture room less than a kilometer, giving them free rides, $2, $2. So it's not anything that's. So he tried to choose anything from this election. Waste of time. There are serious issues to fight for, serious things to advocate.
Any other, maybe 2 persons?
Maybe if this can happen at a higher learning institution where they can buy chocolate and what are the implications?
Yeah, I think it's a very, very good question. It's a very good question because the people who succumbed for time selection are testers who can not difficult. But those also happens in national level with youth who are largely not involved in politics. I think the focus on progressive forces should put much effort in ensuring education. Yeah, to show the young people since they are the majority. Because just like in the case of Zimbabwe is election, first years participate more in the conflict, and it can also happen like within our societies where you are given states. It's a matter of bargaining in buying power states. People are not given a title deeds for the land that they have. Things will different. Access to maybe to miners down in Peter Water. People get those privileges to vote, and it can actually happen on national level. So that's why we're also calling for things to do by just like it's illegal. It was done even in Zimbabwe on a larger scale. It's illegal for time, but it's always been done with resolutions. And chances are high that vote buying seriously used. Come on, these guys pay 15 billion, they stop that man. These guys are still, they still 270,000 men for students in the fund and bought bicycles for chiefs. And that's in Jolojo. These guys have pay tax them, there's roadblocks, they're collecting millions. These guys have enough capacity to do. Right? So I think there's progressive Zimbabweans should actually be on a drive to go and put in that to say no, you can stand after this. But after elections, it may be taken from you in the same manner that a clueless student who got bought with the chocolate or a dollar plate of salt, the fees be increased by even $100, but look, it's for $1. It's their benefit. People need to vote twice. So I think this can only happen when a wide approach the same campaign, put a mobilization, means education, educating people about their rights, what they deserve for the future. Most people, they should be no, especially the youth, so that they will come, they will buy in Congo, it's ghetto state, there's no hope for a better Zimbabwe day. There's no hope of getting employed anyway. Because after all, they will deprive the right to access education. So in their 20s or their 25s, but it's one much trying to get them because not yet fees. That person is a very, very proper candidate to be brought to conclave to even small subject of marijuana. So I think efforts need to be done. What you said that buying used it was used for and to be used again. If there's any question that may be a bit bankrupt or it will be difficult to make investigated in case of Zimbabwe, it was difficult. We tried to tell people, I know this, but that person came from home, started to get me. Then they are seeing someone saying, me, is a good kid, and access the daily. And someone who never has lunch and come back with the next man, is the good kid when they started. So vote buying is a reality that needs to be counted. That's why we're also demanding state, all those things to be for the leaders.
Okay, to add more to that, if implement electoral reforms and also upstage vote buying in next year's election, that's where we say we will not accept defeat under an unfair level playing field. We are the youth, we have the brains, we have the energy, we have the time. That's why we said so. Any other question?
Yeah, and more so to add on that, I don't think it would be also wise to get into an election without reforms. So a demand of reforms will ensure that because elections without reforms would be more like to just legitimize the already bookmarked and drafted figure of you who is denied those reforms to ensure that.
Gilbert? Yes.
Question number 10.
Okay. Thank you.
So, thank you, comrades, for coming.